What's up, everybody? Monster Master Godzilla here, and I'm here to continue the Star Wars-A-Thon. We're now up to Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now, this one is a 2016 film, and after the success of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, and Lucasfilms had produced ended up producing Star Wars films in between the trilogy, in between the sequel trilogy. This had made plans of that, and now this one we end up going back to the original trilogy in this film. This one is set between Episodes 3, Revenge of the Sith, and Episode 4, A New Hope. Now, this one is not relating to the Jedi. This time it's not focused on the Jedi. This one's all about, like, Jyn Erso, who is the main character right here, played by Felicity Jones. And she is definitely an example, and she's the lead character, a badass lead character. Like, definitely the best non-Jedi character to be the... Like, I gotta say, she's definitely, like, the best non-Jedi character to be the leading role. And Felicity Jones does an amazing job in this movie. It took place during... Like, as I said, it took place between Revenge of the Sith and A New Hope. And, being that this was in the Star Wars franchise, I saw this in the theaters, and the one biggest disappointment that I had is that there's no text scroll. Like, what the fuck? Like, this was really different. It kind of pissed me off that they left that out. I mean, it's coming from me being a true fan of Star Wars, that I was expecting to have a text scroll like most of the franchise would. But other than that, it's still good. And they were trying to... Disney was trying to branch out from being the storyline of being the Skywalkers and the Jedi. So that's why they got Jyn Erso, who is not a Jedi, but managed to be the main character of the film. So the plot of the story was that she was trying to get the plans to trying to find the plans for the Death Star, and find the blueprints of the Death Star. And was trying to find the blueprints of the Death Star, and then was trying to find the blueprints of the Death Star and actually get and give it to the Rebel Alliance, which was formed at the time. And Peter Cushing, which you knew as who played Grand Moff Tarkin, makes an appearance in this movie. But Peter Cushing was already dead. So they replaced him with CGI, which looks pretty good, considering that after Disney bought Star Wars, it looked really good. And they had a few characters that haven't appeared in this one. Like, all these characters are, like, not from the original trilogy, but these ones set between 2, 3, and 4. Like, Director Krennic was the main villain of the movie. And Darth Vader makes an appearance in film, but he was only there for, like, a few scenes, because it's not about the Skywalkers or any of the Jedi. And for the first time, we actually see Darth Vader's lair. He actually got to see his lair in a castle. And one time, he was having a meeting. He had a meeting with Director Krennic, and there's James Earl Jones, and he was back as the voice of Darth Vader, and my God, he still kills it playing the voice of Darth Vader. And I just don't see anyone else other than James Earl Jones voicing Darth Vader. He's like, it's definitely an awesome, iconic villain's voice. So then, and they actually have an Imperial droid, which they had him on the good guy's side, and they programmed him to be part of the rebel team. So then, after Jyn finally got the blueprints, she got the blueprints and gave it to the Rebel Alliance, and then the rebels then got the blueprints. She and her love interest made a sacrifice, dying for the rebels' survival, and Darth Vader continues to chase after the Rebel Alliance. And the ending of Rogue One actually ends with the beginning of A New Hope, as the Star Destroyer is chasing the Rebel ship, and Leia actually gets the plans for the Death Star, and gives it sends a message to Obi-Wan Kenobi through R2. And it ended just awesomely. Amazing how all those movies tie together. Set between... So yes, timeline order. It's Phantom Menace, Attack of the Clones, Return of the Clone Wars, Revenge of the Sith, Rogue One, and Solo, which I'll be reviewing next, which I'll be reviewing soon, and then A New Hope, which is a timeline, which is for the timeline. So, I truly give this one a look if you're really curious to know what happened in between. If you're a hardcore Star Wars fan trying to get into stuff. And if you want to know what happened in between, this is right up your alley. This is definitely one I recommend giving it a look to see what happened in between. So what I have here is a Blu-ray DVD combo pack. And both are quite stunning. Especially the Blu-ray version is quite stunning. And that's all I have to say, folks. And as always, stay awesome in Monster Masters. And next up, I will be continuing Star Wars-A-Thon with The Last Jedi. And that's all I have to say, folks. And as always, stay awesome, my Monster Masters. And I'll catch you later. Bye!